Greetings, entrepreneurs. Most people that I know in business want to get results, and they want to get them fast. They're always thinking about new things, focusing on new ideas, determined to get the results they're looking for, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer, or maybe even a lot longer, than they'd like. When you consider the business people you know, it's likely that some of them might have achieved amazing results since you last spoke with them, while others seem stuck or unable to move forward. Now, in each of these situations, the results probably have a lot less to do with their goals, mindset, plans, or even their determination than you might think. Instead, it's largely about their speed of implementation. How quickly are they making things happen? Speed of implementation is about how quickly we can iterate, reiterate, try things, fail, and then try more things so we can get to the actions that actually work. How fast can you get from an idea to an action to a result that can be measured? The faster we do these things, the faster we find out what works and what doesn't. In an earlier podcast, I talked about the three primary stages of this, starting with the idea, then moving to the action, which then generates a result. Each time we generate a new idea, we either go through that process to take an action and get a result, or we kill it off in the idea stage. We fail to take action on it, and then our results are determined by the actions we didn't take. The FTDs, I call them, the things we failed to do. Of course, our speed of implementation applies to our activities, but it's also dependent on outside factors, like the response of others. In sales, we can provide someone with a quote today, but we can't control when or even if they'll respond. But even in these cases, we're far better off doing our part now rather than later because we're getting the wheels of action in motion. And the sooner we take action on our ideas, the sooner we see the results of that action, so we can determine our next steps. Also, when I talk about speed of implementation, I'm not talking about rushing through things. Instead, I'm just talking about tightening up the time between the idea and the action, reducing the gaps between the ideas and the implementation. And even with this, we have to be careful. I'm not suggesting we should be impulsive or just act on every idea that pops into our heads. That would not be a good idea. We need time to evaluate those ideas, determine which are worthy of action and which are not, and then prioritize them. So we're acting on what we believe are the best ideas first. But very often, this can happen a lot faster than we think. We each have a certain tempo, a speed at which we do things. Now, I grew up here on the East Coast of the United States, so we've got a bit of a reputation for speaking fast and acting fast. When I'm excited about a topic or an idea, I tend to speak even faster. And that's not always an advantage, let's face it. So once again, I'm not suggesting we rush through things. We still need to take time to listen, to think, and to deliberate. But once we've made that decision to move forward on something, our speed of implementation will be a huge determining factor in our results. But sometimes procrastination also plays a role. Sometimes it's fear or dread or indecision. And each of these things can significantly delay the amount of time it takes to get to the things we actually want. Have you ever put off doing something for a week or a month that literally ended up taking maybe 45 minutes to an hour to complete? Sometimes we spend more time dreading something than it actually takes to complete it. Of course, just taking action doesn't mean we'll get the desired result. But if we don't, we'll know that sooner, so we can evaluate our options and take a different action. When we start to get good at this, at reducing the time between our ideas and our actions, we can literally get results from 4, 5, or even 10 or more different actions while our competitors are still trying to figure out what they should do first, while they're still lacing up their shoes. Speed of implementation is a powerful accelerant for intelligent, thoughtful action. So if you need to make things happen better and faster in your business, go to topsecrets.com/call to schedule a call with myself or our team. If you've been thinking about doing this for a while, then this is the perfect time to put speed of implementation to work for you. Reduce the time between the idea and the action by going to topsecrets.com/call right now. Schedule the soonest opening we have and start getting better results in your business right away. Again, that's topsecrets.com/call.